Hey there, sunshines, buenos dias, and bonjour. It's Pam here, and I'm just sitting out here on my patio, swinging in my swing, enjoying this lovely afternoon, and just started thinking about me. Just thinking of how my life has changed since turning 50. Of course, when you're in your 20s, we look at 50 as being old. Oh, 50 is old. And then when you're in your 30s, and by the time you get to your 40s, honey, you realize that 50 is around the corner and you got to start embracing that thing. But I was just reflecting over my own life. And, once I turned 50, 50 was like a eye-opener for me, like a reflection of my life, so to speak. Of course, there are things when you're in your 20s. As for me, I got married in my 20s, in my late 20s. I didn't have my first child till I was 31, and my second child when I was 34. So some would say that, I started a little late, but as far as my 20s was concerned, I was determined that I was going to enjoy my 20s, honey. I wasn't being totally tied down to too many of nobody. Okay, but towards the end of my 20s, I met my husband, and needless to say, we got married at the end of my 20s. I was 29 to be exact. And then, of course, 30s came and started having children. Doing that course, my careers changed and so forth and so on. And by 40s, with the economy crashing and everything, I lost a very good job that I had, and I had to refocus on what I wanted to do with my career. But once I, got to the end of my 40s and everything and started realizing that 50 is approaching, 50 is half of a century, wow. It started really made me reflect on some things that, in my life. And I have to say, turning 50, yes, has changed things for me physically. I'm finding that the bones are just cracking a little bit too much, okay? But other than that, I'm still able to move. I'm a dancer. I love dancing. So that hasn't changed, because if I have to, sister will drop it like it's hot if I need to. I'm just saying. Within reason, of course. So physically, I'm not noticing too much of a major difference. Now, mentally, I tend to view and look at things a little bit differently now that I'm older. When you're younger, you feel like the world is your oyster. You have time to do this, that, and the third, honey. And really, you don't, because we know people are dying in their 20s, honey. So if it's something that you need to do or you want to do, you need to do it while you still have breath in your body. And I don't care how old you are, okay? But I, too, had that mindset in my 20s. Especially in my 20s, but somewhat in my 30s too. I still have time to do this. I still have time to do that. And then I wake up one day and I'm 50 years old. And there's some things that I wanted to do that I wish I had done when I was older. So turning 50 has really given me the mindset that you need to do what you need to do, and you need to do it now. And like I mentioned in my Get to Know Me videos, one of the things that I've been wanting to do for years, and I mean back, let's just say years, okay, that I've been wanting to do as far as this YouTube channel is concerned. And I just came to the point, just do it. Just do it. With my weight loss, I lost my weight significantly I believe I was 49 when I lost my significant weight. Actually, no, I think I might have been 47 or 48, but anyway, needless to say. But I knew that I was hitting 50, and my motto for 50 was, honey, 50 and fabulous. And that's still my motto. I don't care what's going on. I'm still 50 and fabulous. Well, actually, I'm 51, but I'm still fabulous. That's the bottom line. I'm still fabulous. But I knew that I wanted to get my health in check. I want to get my physical body in check, not to mention my mental, my mentality in check. So, 50 was definitely a turning point for me, and, of course, we all went through COVID and the pandemic and everything. And, sister put on some more of her weight. I'm not back where I was. I was at 248 pounds when I started losing my weight, and I got down to 177 within 7 months. And yes, I have put back on some weight. We're not going to go into that right now, but I'm not where I was. Let me just say that. But, you know, I don't want to get back to her. So I'm refocusing now, too, because I am learning by being 50 and over that the metabolism slows down. So, you know, I'm not able to lose the weight as quickly as I may had in my 20s. And, you know, of course, a lot of times when we're younger, we're more physically active. I'm not saying that people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and even 90s are not physically active, but let's just keep it real. You tend to be more physically active in your 20s and your 30s too, you know. So I've realized now that it takes a little bit more effort on my part to do what I have to do to build up my metabolism. You know, I realized too that my diet has definitely have to change. I mean, my diet changed significantly when I lost my weight, and, you know, I added some stuff back in that, you know, sister shouldn't have, but I did. And so I'm working now on removing those things out of my diet again. So, yeah. And then financially, you know, I've always been a saver, so that really wasn't a big turnaround for me hitting 50. But now, you know, when you are like in your 20s or 30s, your focus is on, you know, getting a home possibly, or even just moving to an apartment, just being independent, moving into your own space, your own place. You know, then of course, if you decide to have children, then, you know, financially you have to prepare for your children. But once you're over 50, I found now my focus is retiring, honey. I mean, you know, the government has said that we, you know, have to work until we're 67, I believe, to get our full retirement. The devil is a liar. Yeah, sister plan to retire before 67 years old, okay? So y'all keep me in prayer on that, okay? Me and the Lord, you know, we've been talking about that, so yeah. But anyway, but I'm just saying those are some things that, you know, I have really started focusing on. You know, my retirement. What do I want my retirement to look like? And one of the things that is important to have that retirement that you want to have is money. Okay, so, you know, I realized that, you know, I have to maybe up my savings a little bit more so that I can focus on the type of retirement that I want to have, you know. So these are just some of the things that, you know, since I've turned 50, that I really started focusing on a little bit more than I did when I was, you know, a little younger or whatever. But I have to say 50 has so far been fabulous for me, okay? I am enjoying being 51. God willing, I'll be 52 and beyond, honey. And like I said, no matter how old I am, I'm going to always be fabulous, okay? So I hope that you found the fabulousness in you, no matter what age you are, honey, and just keep doing what you're doing, okay? So go on and have a wonderfully blessed day. See you later.